William Morrow and HarperAudio present The Build a Boyfriend Project, a novel by Mason Deaver, performed by Logan Rozos. For the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Dear reader, while The Build a Boyfriend Project is a rom-com that features a happy ending, it's a story that touches on heavy topics from time to time. Inside, you'll find conversations between characters about the racism, homophobia, and transphobia they faced. You'll also find discussions about conversion therapy, outing, and the grief of losing a parent. Please exercise care while reading this book if any of those topics may affect you personally. I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride. Even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most, even our dreams. Spider-Man 2. Chapter 1. Watch List. Sorry to Bother You, directed by Boots Riley. All Eli Francis can think as he shuffles into the elevator of the vent offices is how much he hates frappuccinos. Frappuccinos specifically. He's not a coffee snob by any means. Feed him whatever flavors, brands, temperatures, black, oat milk, no sugar, even tea. He likes to think he's not a hard man to please. But having spent every single Tuesday for the last 5 years going to the local cafe down the block, where he orders 5 different frappuccinos, alongside the macchiatos, the matchas, and the mochas, has led to a certain level of hatred that even he knows is inexplicable. Maybe it's the way the cups are always too full, or how the whipped cream on top of the early morning sugar bombs is always melted by the time he makes it back to the building, leaving it to leak out under the lids and down the cups to the sleeves of his sweater. Or how there's this odd stickiness that seems to follow him for the rest of the day, no matter how rose-red he might scrub his hands in the bathroom afterward. He watches the numbers on the elevator screen rising floor by floor, the floor underneath him shifting as it moves as slowly as possible. And of course, because it's so early in the morning, there are stops at every floor, employees at the other publications and sites that share the building with Vent joining him along his journey, making small talk, offering quiet greetings to Eli as he tries to balance the drinks and food in his arms before the elevator creaks to life again. They crawl to the 11th floor, the doors seeming to take as much time as they possibly can to open, not that Eli likes who he sees. The list of people Eli doesn't want to perceive before 9 a.m. isn't a very long one. There's Gwen, head of IT, whom he adores but who spends her mornings fielding, "Can I upload a PDF to Instagram?" type questions, so it's best not to bother her unless it's life or death. There's the one barista who always gets at least half of Eli's orders wrong. There's Adam from the mailroom, who's disliked Eli ever since he accidentally tipped over an entire mail cart and was in such a rush to deliver a last-minute contract that he hadn't been able to stay and help clean it up. To be fair, Eli fully understands why Adam dislikes him. Not even a yearly Christmas card with an apologetic gift certificate included has repaired that relationship. But above almost everyone else on the list sits the name Michael Clay, his boss, senior editor at Vent, head of content, and whatever the vagueness of that title includes. Eli thinks his inclusion on the list is fair. After all, whoever wants to see their boss until it's absolutely necessary? And if that wasn't bad enough, standing right next to Michael is number 1 on Eli's list. Keith Harper. San Jose graduate from their journalism program, former assistant and staff writer at Vent, current editor, hater of grilled cheese sandwiches, enjoyer of classical music, and lover of wine with an oaky aftertaste. And Eli's ex-boyfriend. His spot on the list is probably self-explanatory. Eli's eyes dart away, but not before Keith's meet his for the briefest of moments, and Eli wishes that he didn't feel that twinge in his stomach as he desperately hopes he hasn't caught their attention. But he's never been all that lucky. "Oh, Eli, great, we caught you on your way up." Michael smiles, tucking his iPad under his arm as they try to find space in the already cramped elevator. Neither man makes an effort to relieve Eli of the load he carries. "Yep. Do you think you could make—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?